Hey guys, it's JB. Welcome to Third Eye Lucid Flow. Thanks for dropping in today. Today's video is going to be on the rigged 1985 NBA draft. This draft was very special as it had one of the top players, a generational talent coming out of Georgetown, wearing number 33. His name is Patrick Ewing. Mr. Ewing dominated the NCAA and was garnered to be one of the greatest draft prospects ever to come into the NBA. Patrick Ewing was a three-time All-American. He won the 1984 NCAA championship, and Mr. Ewing was also announced the College Basketball Player of the Year in 1985. So Mr. Ewing was hyped up as generational talent, once in a lifetime or once in a decade type of talent. His strength numbers were off the hook, and they actually put it down as "Are you kidding?" Now at that time in the 1980s, New York Knicks did not have a marquee player, and the New York Knicks actually needed a center desperately. The NBA also needed to start garnering interest for the New York Knicks because it is a big market team. Now heading into this NBA draft, there were 7 teams that had a chance at landing Mr. Ewing. So each team had a 14.3% chance to get Mr. Ewing in the draft. Unfortunately for the other teams, they were considered to be small market teams, so Mr. Ewing wouldn't have a strong impact on the NBA in a smaller market. The NBA's contract deal with CBS was set to expire at the end of the 1986 season. NBA was going through struggling players with cocaine addiction, as we can see in this Los Angeles Times August 1980 report. 40 to 75% of NBA players use cocaine. The Washington Post also reported that more than 50 players, coaches, front office people, and league officials use cocaine. So there was a problem in the NBA in the early 80s, and they were looking to fix that problem and start with a squeaky clean image. Now, NBA's popularity at that time was down in New York, so the drafting of Mr. Patrick Ewing would help revive the franchise by selecting big number 33. So we're going to actually take a closer look today and see how they rigged this so the New York Knicks could actually get number 33, Patrick Ewing. Okay, so this was the very first time they were using this new system where they're throwing these cards into that ball. Previously, they used a coin toss, so the 2 worst teams in the NBA, they flipped a coin to see who is going to get the top pick. So this was the first time they're using this new draft system. Okay, so we can see in the 1985 rigged NBA draft, we've got the men coming out with the suits on. The guy that's going to be carrying the envelopes, his name is Mr. Jack Wagner. He happens to be working for the firm called Ernest and Whitney, and they are an accounting firm. When we dive deeper into Mr. Wagner and Ernest and Whitney, we find out that Ernest and Whitney is the accounting firm for Gulf and Western. Now, Gulf and Western just happened to be the organization that owns the New York Knicks between the years of 1977 and 1988. And so Mr. Wagner places the first couple cards nice and gently into that ball there, as we can see. Now, this next one, he actually hits the metal post that's in the middle there, and he actually bends the corner on this particular envelope. So there we can see it hits that silver or metal bar there, and then it falls in. But then we notice the rest of the cards are gently placed in, so there's not going to be any sort of bends on the corners or anything like this. All right, so as you notice there, it was just the one that got hit on that metal bar. The rest of them went in pretty gently. So at this point, there's actually a curve or a bend in the corner of the New York Knicks card. And that's the one that the commissioner just happens to pull. And then as you notice here, as he puts his hand, there's the card that's got the bent corner, and we can see that really clearly right here. So it doesn't happen to be the one on the top, it's the one on the bottom. So he's got to flip it over. He can see the bent corner. Of course, he's 2 feet away. We can see it on TV right here. And so he picks the one up with the bent corner.
The team whose logo is in this envelope will have the first pick in the NBA draft.
Now, there's a couple other theories out there that the NBA froze or refrigerated the cards, so when he put his hand, he could actually feel which one is the coldest one, kind of thing. He knows to pick that one. So that's a rumor, but obviously when we can see the evidence lying in plain sight here that the corner's bent and he's kind of fumbling with the one that he wants to pick, we can see that's clear evidence right there that something was going on. And of course, this pick is going to go to the New York Knicks, and the rest is history. We can see that they're going to be presenting Patrick Ewing to be wearing number 33 in the NBA. And this is how the NBA was able to solidify the number one prospect coming out of the NCAA, Patrick Ewing, going towards the New York market to ensure they land another big, huge contract for television rights. They also garner interest back into the New York area. Thanks for your time today. Like, share, subscribe. Have a great day. Peace.